Hi there, my name's Nethergam, and today we're playing Factorio. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, we were here messing around with my little timer thing, and I think I more or less got it working the way that I at least had intended. Again, whether or not it's particularly useful is going to be a time will tell kind of situation, but I think it's more or less functional. And so now we got two types of stops. We've got our coal pit stop and our coal refuel stop. And coal refuel is where all the trains actually come and get coal. And then coal pit stop is where the refuel train comes and brings coal to keep these chests full. So, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this shenanigans to, and I actually don't need this, lovely. These shenanigans to the other, coal stops. So, I think what I'm gonna actually do is, for this guy, I'm going to go ahead and take this whole thing and copy this. Turn this into a blueprint. Keep train stop names. Keep tiles. And basically dunzos. I'm hoping it'll keep everything. So I'm going to go ahead and create a blueprint. And I already had a blueprint for this. It was this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and replace that with that. And then... And then we're going to go and mess around and just sort of put this in place in... Oh, you jerk. Did not realize I had my nanomachines enabled. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to... There's another little traffic jam happening up there, but I think that's just traffic, not an actual pileup. We're going to add this to this coal pit stop and see if that... you know, continues to work the way that I wanted it to. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all these because these actually didn't end up being anything. It's a bummer you don't get them back. But, oh well. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my little station. I'm going to rotate it. And I'm going to go ahead and put rail signal in the way. Yeah. Train is out of fuel. Who could that be? Is that right? No. Did I put this in the wrong spot? Evidence would surely imply that I did. Oh, I redid the track. Beans. Okay. And no, and no. Okay. I don't think it matters too much whether or not. We'll say that this. Yeah, we'll see if that actually, if this actually functions. All right. Who's upset? Why are you out of coal, my guy? Because you go to iron plate pickup, and this gets immediately, that immediately fails. All right, that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a coal refuel stop to that, and we'll just wait for 10 seconds or so. Cool. All right, I will go and refuel that station or that thing in a second. Let me go ahead and just real quick. Yes. Get rid of this. Bring that over there. And get that there. And get a station here. And then we set this up. That. And I hope all of the stuff goes along with it. Obviously the contents won't. Uh-huh. But before that, let me supply the contents. Just because I feel like if the contents aren't there, it does get a little upset. And the logic doesn't work. All right, then we put a power pole here. Nope. Let's try that again. That way, please. All right, you can just hit R. Okay, cool. Huh? Enable if it's 100. Oh, it's not 100. Right. Cool. Okay. So, I think, hopefully, hopefully that's just up and running, yeah? I suppose. Hard to say, I guess, until a train comes down here, which it might never because that, because that station, where is the heck is my car? It's like way over here, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. I don't feel like going and getting it. No, I will. I'll just be right back. Hold on. Okay. Here we are in the car. So we can go and solve problems a little bit more easily and quickly instead of farting around. Okay. Nope. Wrong intersection. I assumed it was there, but it's actually over here. I love how absolutely how it just the entire system crumbles if one thing goes wrong. One thing, since I'm here, I happen to be in this intersection, might be a good idea for me to go ahead and add these guys. Ooh, not like that though. Not like that though. Sorry. Okay. Hey, look at that. Adorable. All right, now there's probably some signaling devastation like that that will happen because of this. So we will obviously break these apart. And then I'm gonna go ahead and whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and swap these guys so that if they do want to turn around, hopefully they'll know a little bit more about what's going on in front of them. Okay, cool. Anyway, problem solved. So, actually, let me. There she is. She's going down to this station, so we can check this out. Because now this one is disabled, and oh yeah, maybe some through tracks here might be a good idea, eh? But that's a problem for somebody else's Nethergam, not today's. What are you doing? How about a cheeky little 5 seconds of inactivity there, my guy? I saw someone in the comments say that I could check on, instead of full cargo or full cargo, I could maybe just check on the how many coal it has, and that's not a bad idea. I might do that. Okay, so here we go. We're landing. It's red. Wood is there. This is counting down, doing its thing. Now the problem is, it's likely going to go get some coal, and then, at least for a minute, freak out. Which is fine, but it might mean that it won't be able to leave this station. So let's see if that's true. So he'll come in here, be here for only a couple of seconds, and then probably freak out. No, you're not freaking out. Why are you not freaking out? Because that one is already back up and ready. Okay. So that's kind of the perfect amount of time, I suppose, then. But nevertheless, I think a a little hangout spot for that train wouldn't be a bad idea. And we might make it just sort of here. Just a little pull out where there's a coal. How would I tell it to do that? Actually. Boom. 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 I suppose if this is working correctly, I could take this guy and throw. Oh, yeah, he's upset. He's mad. He's mad. He's got nothing he can do. What if I throw another coal pit stop? And wait for something. I actually don't know what I could wait for. Interesting. I should also add some track right there. I gotta do some track work down there, clearly. So, what do I want to do here in order to make it so that he can go hang out? Let's go ahead and at least go ahead and make it. We'll make him a little stop. Oh gosh. Wow. Just like that, eh? Okay. That's what you get, another game. I don't think I have the supplies to build another one. Oh, I totally do. Never mind. Everything's fine. Did I just lose the stuff? It was bound to happen eventually, I suppose. Fuel her up. And this is not where I thought I was, to be honest. We'll go ahead and make a little coal pit stop. I'm just curious, how can I keep it there until it has... I guess it will. I guess that's sort of the point, right? It will just wait there because it won't have anything else it can do. So, if I say, just make a little something, put a little stop, get a couple of signalies, just to make sure everyone is nice and happy and following the rules. Cool. We're gonna call this coal pit stop. So theoretically, it might mean that the train always goes here first, and that's fine. But it's basically not gonna wait. I think if I just tell it to not. Huh? Not you. You. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to coal pit stop. I'm actually gonna throw this in between. Do this one. Really? Let me flip this around a little bit and just see if that works. Well, one of these is not going to be red by the time it's done, I'm sure, but... yeah. I'm going to go ahead and disable coal pit stop for a second. Both of the other ones. Let's say 0. 0. Okay. Shouldn't do anything now, right? So this guy should still be going to here. Should do its thing. It's done because it's already full. And now it's going to go to coal pit stop, I assume. And now, theoretically, it should just... Okay, it did try to do this. But it can't do it. Destination full. And then once this is on again, it won't go? Now, see, now it's doing this, though. Okay. I wanted it to wait for this. So I think if I just say, like 5 seconds, I think it will do that. Right? I think, because it won't be able to... Let's find out. It won't be able to move on to the next thing. It won't even be able to try to move on to the next thing, I think. So I don't even think it'll wait the 5 seconds. It'll just die. It'll just be like, nope, I can't do anything. I think. Let's see. Oh, no, it is waiting for the 5 seconds. That's a bummer. I wonder if there's a way to sort of check to see if all the other stations are disabled. I don't know. Without, I mean, I'd like to try to do this without connecting it, every single one together, you know? But, I suppose I don't have to name this coal pit stop. We could maybe just call this coal weight room. And then we'll tell this to go to the coal weight room instead. And then what I'm hoping... I don't even know if I need anything. It should immediately then go to coal pit stop. I don't know. Let's see. So we'll send this back. These should both be disabled at the moment. So I'm just curious to see what it'll try to do. You know, what should have is a turnaround here, where a train can come down here and turn around and not go through the coal stop. But okay, just for a second, and then come over here, go through here, and then it should just wait. But now if I turn one of these back on, it went to it. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think the problem was that because it was already at coal pit stop, right? It was waiting at coal pit stop. And then once this coal pit stop got reactivated, it was like, well, it had this one. I'm like, well, I did it. I got there. So next step. But because now these are different stops, it sits here and it's like, I can't go there yet. But then once it's enabled, it's like, I can go there, in fact. So I think it means that it's going to go through coal weight room every time, which seems sort of unnecessary, but man, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just sort of let that go ahead. All right, cool. And then I will go ahead and re-enable this. And honestly, I don't really need train limits, but we'll just keep it for now, just because it's fine. And I don't have any other trains going there anyway. And maybe having it limited to one might actually work in my favor if I start having a couple of these trains, right? At some point, it might make sense to have more than one coal refuel train. I don't know why, because I don't think I'm going to need to refuel it as fast as I am refueling it now. Cool. That's exactly what I was hoping for. It just blows right through. No worries, no thought. Just go for it. And it still didn't go this way. Or actually, I don't know why it did. I don't know. I don't really know why the train makes the decisions it makes. Cool. So now, theoretically, I should also do inactivity. It can't go to either of them. So I'm hoping we'll get another one of those situations where it will go down to the coal mine, wait, and not have anywhere to go afterwards. But it's a little bit of traffic. I just want to see it happen naturally. I could force it again, but let's see if it happens naturally. It probably won't. This will probably turn back on by the time it's done, just because it does seem to be that close to the amount of time. So I could turn these up. I could just put more coal in, or put more copper plates in the thing. I'd have to tweak some of the logic because I hard-coded 100 into a lot of those things. There might be a way to make that a variable instead, just whatever's in there. Oh. Where do you think you're going, dog? Back to the thing? Why? Why did you skip the coal pit stop? What? Why did that happen? Now it makes sense, because this one's open. But why did it skip it if it couldn't go to this? That's weird. I wonder what happened. Huh? While we wait for that to make another round, I want to see it work the way I expected to. I'm kind of surprised that that just ignored that stop and went right on to go get more coal. Seems weird and not correct, but I don't know. Maybe. Does that make sense? All right, where are you going now, buddy? So that's not it. Oh, it's just still filling. And now it's gonna go back. Now this one's open. Okay, cool. So we'll just let that do its thing while I add a little, same little thing here. Just so these guys can turn around if they're so inclined to do so. Cool. And we'll say here, 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 and here. Okay. Cool. So now trains can turn around if they're coming down here and they actually don't need to go all the way, like the coal train. So this should be him. Cool. So he's going up to this guy. And now I just want to see. I hope it parks. I think I might increase these so that there's a longer period of time in between refuel times. Okay, not as much traffic this time. Get on out of there, buddy. I might give that. I think I'm gonna stop doing these in station. Okay, so what happens? What happens when you get here? Why? Why did you skip it? I don't understand. I guess if it knows that they're both disabled. So I guess it just ignores them. I don't want that to be true. I don't want that to be true. I want you to wait until one of them is available. And I can sure I could do it with circuits, but I don't. can I do with this? Send to train. Sends the contents of the circuit network. I suppose we could do... If I were to have some sort of condition on that, let's find out. Let's see if that's, because I'm curious what happens when it becomes several stops, right? If no stop, I mean, I guess if all the stops are trying to send the same thing, and no stop has the condition that it needs, then it should work. So let's say this should be 100. I think that's all I need, right? Send a train. Okay. Actually, don't think I need to do anything else. If I just say send a train. And now if I grab the train and I tell it, where you at, buddy? While it's here at coal weight room, just wait for copper plates to equal 100. And now, theoretically, only if a stop is ready to go, will that be true? If no stops are ready to go, then that shouldn't be true? I think. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So it's going to come here. It should only be here for a second. Now it should come to coal weight room. And should, if these are both disabled, which they currently are, should wait. And now, theoretically, when one of them becomes active, which shouldn't be too long, one of them should, the signal, the copper plate signal should become 100. But no. Why, though? Are you not sending that? Send to train? $100. Okay. Interesting. I was kind of hoping that was going to work. I suppose it's not 100? Greater than 100. Greater than or equal to 100. Nope, not that either. Because theoretically the signal that it's getting is, you know, whatever the actual number is of all the copper plates in the system. That was close. So it could be like 200, it could be 105, it could be whatever, but I wish it'd tell me what it was. I wish it would tell me what signal it is getting. Is there a way to see what signal it's getting? Less than 100. Greater than 100. Equal 100. Not 100. Alright. So that's not right. Interesting. One of those has to be true. So it's not getting it for some reason? Oh? It can't just send it to the train arbitrarily. Is that what I'm understanding? Can't you move on? You trying to go up there too? No. Why can't you move on? I probably have that signaled badly is why. Okay, so this would be a signal coming from the coal weight room station, not the coal pit stop. It's not just arbitrarily like getting this information all the time. So it would have to be at its own station, I assume. So this is nothing. So, okay. Not working yet, but hopefully I will figure out a way. Okay, this is aggressive. Let me see if I can solve this problem. I might not be able to because of the dumb way I've built all of these intersections, but we'll see. Carry on. So, yeah, because just a touch of car would have been probably hanging out in here. And because I've made these too close together, I can't really put any signals in here to sort of split these off a little bit. That's like literally as close as I can get to this. So unfortunately, I think just because of the way that I've built these, I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually solve that problem. So I might redesign this a little bit. I was at one point thinking, not having these and instead doing something like this, that would theoretically solve that problem so that unless a train is actually poking into here, which would be a different problem, but in that situation where the train is sort of waiting here, then a train coming around here should still be able to go forward. And then I would put the down ramp here instead or something like that, right? So that, oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, my own ability to signal notwithstanding, but you know what I mean. Something more like that, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll play around with that as necessary. Oh, I may also real quick get a little bit of track here because now we may have a situation in which a train wants to just flip around and turn around right here because as this coal train still doesn't function correctly through the coal weight room, it's going to just turn around. So now it can turn around instead of having to go all the way over to this intersection. Anyway, we'll fix that later. I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. When I come back with more Factorio, we will see about making this work probably, or possibly moving on to the next phase, which I wanted to try to add more of these coal pit stops and see what happens as we get more of these, and probably turn up the amount of time that it counts down. So, but that might not be particularly useful until I have the coal weight room working correctly. So we'll see about that. But anyway, yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again, and I hope you have an incredible day. Okay, bye. Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.